Now that this very hectic year for LEGO Star Wars is coming to a close and every set has been released, well, every set that I know of, if anyone knows anything about this set or if it's actually releasing this year, please let me know. Anyways, I've decided to pick out my top 10 favorite sets from this year. Remember that all of these are my opinion, so if you disagree, you can voice your opinion in the comments, but don't get too mad. In no particular order, here are some sets that didn't quite make the list. We have 75339 Death Star Trash Compactor, 75322 Hoth ATST, 40558 Clone Trooper Command Station, and 75333 Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. I know some of you might be disappointed and there's really nothing wrong with these sets, they just didn't quite make the list. Starting off the list at number 10, we have 75320 Snow Trooper Battle Pack. This was the only LEGO Star Wars Battle Pack released this year, and I have to say it is one of the best and most underrated. What really hits home for me on this set is the speeder bike and the Scout Trooper. This might be the best LEGO speeder bike we've ever gotten, and it actually comes with the foot pedals, which I don't recall any of the past LEGO Star Wars speeder bikes coming with the foot pedals, so that just looks really nice on this set. And the blasters underneath look really accurate, and the Scout Trooper himself is exclusive to this set, and he looks amazing with the gray arms and the white torso. It all just flows together very nicely. The other three snowtroopers are not exclusive to this set, they all appear in the UCS AT-AT. Along with the speeder bike, it does come with the E-Way blaster, which looks pretty nice, except the stud shooter on top always makes it look just a little goofy, but we can get past that. And then along with that, it also comes with a little like barricade build, which is kind of rare because usually battle packs don't come with this many builds, but unlike the other ones, this one does, and it only has 105 pieces, which is kind of impressive. Although LEGO has now raised the battle pack price to $20, which really sucks, but it's just inflation and stuff like that. I mean, you can't really get past it, and that alone makes the price per piece of this set 19 cents, which is just pretty bad. But other than that, this is an absolutely great battle pack. Coming in at number 9, we have 75325 The Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter. Now, this is a very nice looking set, and all of the pieces and greebling flows together really well in the build, although there are some cons to this set. The first one being that it is $60. I'm pretty sure that is due to the recent LEGO price increase, but I really don't think this set is worth $60. I think this would be a perfect $50 set, especially with the 4 minifigures you get, but LEGO just had to obnoxiously price it, and now its price per piece is 14.6 cents. Every minifigure that comes in this set is exclusive except for Grogu, and they're all really nice. There's really nothing bad that sticks out to me about them. I really like them, especially BD-72. One thing I really don't like with this set though is how they made the Darksaber. I think it just looks too bland, and they shouldn't have made it like a normal LEGO lightsaber. In universe, it is clearly shaped like a sword or a katana, and I think LEGO actually could have probably made a custom katana shaped piece to fit in the lightsaber hilt, or they even could have just used one of the katana pieces and just made it all black. But instead they decided to make it look kind of goofy like a baseball bat. At number 8, we have 75323 The Justifier. This set is absolutely ginormous. A lot of people are complaining about the price being $170 with it only having 1022 pieces, which does make a terrible price per piece. But I think the size of this set and the minifigures just kind of cancels that out. I personally think the ship itself is kind of ugly and a little bland, but it's just really big and it uses multiple big plates, and there's some pretty nice detail. The minifigures included in the set are honestly just flawless. It includes everyone that was in the scene that this ship was prominently shown in, and 3 of the 5 minifigures are exclusive, along with 2 of them having arm printing. The best minifigures in this set are probably Cad Bane or Fennec Shand, but Omega looks pretty decent too, and so does Hunter. The reason I didn't put it up higher on this list is because it just looks kind of ugly in my opinion. I'm not just saying this set itself looks ugly, but like in universe, this ship just isn't very appealing to me, but I'm still glad they made this a set, and the minifigures are honestly just perfect. Coming in at number 7, this might surprise some of you, but it's 75342 Republic Fighter Tank. Now, don't get me wrong, the build itself, let's just say it's not the best. If you're just looking at the build or the vehicle itself, this is by far the worst LEGO Republic Fighter Tank so far. The front hatch piece just looks so awkward, and it's just way too tall and too thin, and it just doesn't look accurate at all. But in terms of the minifigures, this set is absolutely incredible. All of the minifigures are exclusive to the set, except for the Battle Droids of course, and they just look absolutely outstanding. This is by far the best Mace Windu that LEGO has ever made. The printed arms just look super clean, and they go really well with the rest of the print. And the clone troopers themselves look very nice with the purple markings, and the helmets look so much better than the helmets that were included in the ATTE. It all just flows together much more nicely. Now, talking about the 187th Legion, technically this was a Legion made up by Hasbro, I believe in 2006, because they just thought that Mace Windu had to have a purple clone trooper Legion just because he has a purple lightsaber. But the 187th Legion actually did appear in the Clone Wars with maroon markings, although I'm happy that LEGO chose the purple markings instead of the maroon markings. Even though they compete with Hasbro, I still think their purple markings were just the better choice, because it makes the clone troopers pretty unique compared to ones they've got in the past, and I think the purple just looks really nice with the clone troopers, especially with the airborne trooper, or the quote-unquote clone commander, which is what LEGO calls it. Coming in at number 6, we have 75330 Dagobah Jedi Training Diorama. In my opinion, this is easily the best LEGO Star Wars diorama diorama set so far. 2 out of the 3 minifigures are exclusive, the only one not being exclusive is the Yoda. They finally switched up the R2-D2 minifigure and added some mud on him, which I think just looks really nice. And for the first time ever, he actually has back printing. Now the build itself is just absolutely incredible. Like, it's as detailed as you can get. Everything just flows together really nicely and it is just perfectly accurate. But technically that is what LEGO is trying to do because it's a diorama set that is targeted for adults. But I really just can't explain how impressive this set is. They managed to pack 1,000 pieces into this tiny little build, which is only about 11 inches long. The only thing about this set that is a little frustrating to me is that the back of it is exposed. The only reason they did this is because they wanted you to be able to access the back and put Yoda inside. I feel like it would have been better if they just made the top removable instead of exposing the back. I think they could have just blocked it off with some tan pieces. Coming in at number 5, we have 75335 BD1. I think this is probably the most underrated set from this year. The build just looks absolutely amazing and the functionality is pretty impressive. The colors just flow really nice together and it's just pleasing to look at. And the detail with the wiring and the legs just flows really nice too. I feel like the reason this set gets overlooked is because it's from Jedi Fallen Order, which is not the most popular piece of Star Wars media, but I still think this set needs to be talked about more. Also, I'm pretty sure that it is life-size, but I'm not entirely sure on that. At number 4, we have 75338 Ambush on Ferrix. This might be a very hot take, but I definitely think this set is a runner-up for the best set from the summer 2022 wave. Now, I might be being a little biased because this is from Andor, and Andor has been absolutely incredible so far. Now, don't get me wrong, the build does look slightly goofy and not completely accurate because the wings are a little too short, and it kind of makes the set just look like a marshmallow. But I think the minifigure selection is great, and the speeder bike is extremely detailed and really accurate to the show. And believe it or not, they managed to pack almost 700 pieces into this tiny little build, which is absolutely crazy. People are complaining that it has a high price tag of $70, but it literally has 700 pieces. And since it's from a new Star Wars show, as you can probably guess, all the minifigures are exclusive. Coming in at number 3, we have 75336 Inquisitor Transport Scythe. Now, in a lot of people's eyes, this is the best LEGO Star Wars set of this year, and probably one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets of the past couple years. The build is just absolutely perfect, and it looks very clean and sleek, and it's very intimidating too. It heavily resembles Director Krennic Shuttle back from 2016, which is one of my favorite sets, so that's just more bounty points to this one. The minifigures are almost perfect. The only flaw being that the Grand Inquisitor does not have his helmet, and his face just doesn't look as intimidating as the Inquisitor from the Rebels set back in 2015, or maybe 2016, I don't remember. But other than that, the minifigures are really nice, with my favorite being the fifth brother. The set has 924 pieces and retails for $100, which makes a almost perfect price per piece of 10.8 cents. And honestly, this set might have the most bang for your buck out of any set from this year, because it's only $100 and the ship looks very intimidating and it comes with great minifigures. Coming in at number 2, how could I forget it? It's 75337 ATTE Walker. This was by far the most hyped set for this year. Like, this set literally made 2021 for LEGO Star Wars. Now, there were some pretty disappointing things which y'all have probably already heard of, but I'll get to those in a minute. In terms of the build itself, this is by far the best ATTE build that LEGO has made so far. It's the most accurate and it doesn't look as flimsy as the other ones because they covered up a lot of the gaps, and the build itself just looks and feels more sturdy. Now, in terms of the minifigures, I mean, all of you guys have already seen this, but there is a misprint if any of you didn't know. The two 12th troopers are supposed to have a triangle on their helmet that comes down into a point, and on the box and pictures, they are advertised to have this on their helmet, but on the real minifigures, it doesn't come down to a point, and it just makes it look a little goofy. Now, I don't know if these images are rendered or real. I have a feeling that they're real and not rendered because there's just a lot of lighting going on that I don't think LEGO has the skill to render. So what that basically means is that there are accurate minifigures out there somewhere, but LEGO just didn't put them in this set, which I just don't really understand. Also, I don't really like the helmet shape because LEGO insisted that they'd have accessory holes, which the only one that needed accessory holes was Commander Cody. I think the rest of them should have just been the standard Phase 2 helmet mold like the 187th Legion Troopers. Now, speaking of Phase Cody, his figure actually looks really nice. I mean, he was the most wanted LEGO Star Wars minifigure basically ever, to be honest. And now that we finally got him 17 years after the movie release, it honestly just looks really good. Now, I want to talk about the Spider Droid. I mean, all of you know that the Spider Droid should not have come in this set. It should have been a Crab Droid. And literally, if you watch Solid Brick Studios' interview with the designers of this set, they literally say that a Crab Droid was not even considered, which is honestly just so disappointing to me. It clearly shows that the designers did not really look into the scene as much as they should have, because another Spider Droid was just not needed. Now, I said all of those bad things about this set, but I still put it at the number 2 spot because, like, even if the clone troopers aren't the best, they don't look absolutely terrible, and it literally comes with 5 of them. Like, this is basically just an enormous battle pack. And some people were complaining about the price being $140 for only 1,082 pieces, but I think the number of minifigures honestly cancels that out pretty quickly. Coming in at number 1, you guys probably saw this from a mile away, but it's 75331 UCS Razor Crest. This is the first LEGO Star Wars Wars UCS set that is not based off of a movie. Instead, it is based off the Mandalorian series. And I'm not gonna lie, this set it's pretty top tier. Like, this is definitely maybe even a top 5 UCS set like ever. The set is absolutely massive with 6,187 pieces. People are complaining about it retailing for $600, but it literally has 6,000 pieces, and that makes its price per piece only 9.7 cents. The shaping and accuracy of this build is just absolutely amazing. I know the designers had to spend a lot of hours getting the angles right on this ship. The only slightly downside is that there are quite a few stickers and the landing gear is not retractable, and it also doesn't come with a display stand, but it really doesn't need one because it's just so big and so heavy, and LEGO would have to make a pretty big display stand to hold this set. Now, the minifigures are actually really good too. They are all exclusive to this set besides Baby Yoda, I think. The only downside is the Mirthal. I mean, I said this when it got leaked and nobody agreed with me, but he should have a molded head. The printed fins on the side of his head just don't look good. He should have a molded head. Especially for a $600 set, this just isn't really acceptable. Now, other than that, all the minifigures look great, especially the Blurrg. They can actually fit inside the ship. Now, speaking of the inside the ship, this thing is 100% accurate internally and externally. It has everything seen in the show, and it even has a ladder going down from the cockpit to the main floor. And it also includes everything you can imagine from Season 1 and Season 2 of The Mandalorian. And then as we all know, the ship sadly blew up at the end of Season 2. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite LEGO Star Wars set from 2022 is in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.